Alright, what's up, Dragon Brew? Today we're going to be going old school and playing some elves, because there's still a lot of them in standard. We did lose some on the rotation, but there's a lot that's still hung around, so we're going to see if this can work against the new meta. Okay, so starting at the top, obviously we do have to have some Llanowar elves. That shouldn't shock anybody. Now, we are going to play some Badger Mole Cub, but not just because. We do actually have some things we need the mana for here. We are going to play Heritage Reclamation as a way to get rid of artifacts and enchantments, but also gives us a way to remove stuff from the graveyard in a pinch. We have some Overgrown Zealot, because I think people forgot this was an elf. And then we have Archdruid's Charm. So this can also get rid of artifacts and enchantments, but let us tutor for some of our bigger cards that we have in the deck. And we'll talk about those here in just a bit. But then also gives us a way to remove something, so we don't have that many bits of interaction. Archdruid, because we need a lot of mana, pumps all of our elves. Imperious Perfect pumps our elves, makes us more bodies. We do have Tyvar, so it's one way we can sink all the mana and just get a big attack in. We have Dwynen, one copy, just for a little bit of life gain, and it does have reach, which can help out in a pinch. Couple of Ouroboros. We're not really leaning on this plan, but this is kind of our plan B or C, depending on how you look at it. We also have Voja, Jaws of the Conclave. So this is a way we can just get all of our creatures pumped and push them through. However, we do get a card for our troubles, which is nice. We also have March of the Whirldew, so we can just ramp up and play this and start attacking with 6/6s, which is great. And then I'm playing one copy of Skullspore Nexus, just as a kind of catch-all to kind of protect our creatures or whatever, get us some big bodies after a sweeper. Just sort of want to experiment with a new card. Or I guess an older card that I don't get to play with that often. But before we get into the games, y'all know the drill. Y'all need to check out our friends over at Tales of Adventure. It's TOAMagic.com. Use my code to save 5%. It's DRAGN, and literally you'll save on everything you buy over there. For now, though, let's go play some games and see if these elves can hold their own. Okay, we'll keep this. I started to say something wild, like let's see if the elves can make Christmas cookies out of our opponents or something. I don't know how many people even would understand a Keebler elf reference in 2025. I don't even think I've seen a Keebler commercial in I don't know how long. My opponent didn't really do anything here. I guess I'm going to go ahead and play this. It does set up the possibility of being able to play Voja next turn, but I don't know if we're going to get a Voja or not. We'll see. I do like that we have Archdruid Charms as well, so if plan A didn't really work here, we'd be able to search for, say, like Ouroboros or something. So I have blue-black and blue-black. And we already have Voja up and running. And Voja does have Ward 3, so it is hard to get rid of here. And I would expect we're going to get at least 2 attacks with Voja before anything else goes down. Alright, they did nothing, which is a little bit surprising. Alright, put this on Elf. What if we tap this for green, this for colorless, this for green? Just so we can pump our creatures larger with Voja. Okay, they're going to search. Makes sense. Now, they can double... oh, actually, they won't be able to. I was about to say double Nowhere to Run. But that's about to not be a thing. Yeah, all right. Let's go for it. We do get a card here. Okay. Yeah, this is just pretty strong. Just elf doing elf things. Maybe I'm supposed to be playing 4 Voja. I thought 3 was going to be plenty, but maybe I'm wrong. I guess we just attack here. I don't know, you have double bounce spell. Like, I don't know what's even going to matter here. And this was kind of a sweet hand, too, to set up if they had a sweeper or whatever. But, hell, you can't even flash in a blocker because Voja tramples. Yeah, have all the cards you want, buddy. This is about to be attack for like 30. Actually, more than 30, because they're going to get pumped again for the number of elves. Yeah. Okay, that was nice. Okay, let's try it. Maybe the Dwynen... I was thinking having the Dwynen for, like, the occasional reach and whatever would have been something really nice as an added bonus for the deck, but I'm beginning to wonder if it's even necessary. Like, if we should just have another Voja or something. Like, I don't know. We'll see. Either way, have a feeling that this here Badger Mole Cub is going to go the way of the Dodo, but we'll see. I mean, you're playing black and white. We have to assume the Badger Mole Cub is not long for this world, right? This might just be the black-white Skeletons deck, though. Okay, yeah, they do have a seam rip. Get rid of the Badger Mole Cub. Sure. Put this on Elf. And we'll go with this, I guess. We can also Heritage Reclamation to get rid of the seam rip, get that back, turn that into something. We really need another land is what we need. Because then we can get that back, turn another land into a creature, tap both to play the Dwynen. And that feels like that'd do a little bit of something. Yeah, that's bothersome, but not enough that we're concerned about it. So let's go ahead and do what we were just talking about. Kind of wonder if I want that to be a creature, but I don't think it matters. So let's get rid of this. Oh, wait. Oh, no. This makes... We have this set on Elf. Never mind. We're fine. I was like... Oh, either way, if we just tap both, we can make green to turn that. Yeah, so we're fine. So now an untap land, and... Oh, no, we would need the untap land to be either red or white so that we could Voya. Maybe it's a bad idea to be playing these 1 or 2 copies of Soulstone Sanctuary. But I wouldn't mind getting the Skullspore Nexus down. It'll help out with some of the spot removal. If they attack, we probably block. Okay. I was going to say, there's a good chance we're blocking there. Ooh. Archdruid Charm's real nice here, actually. For so many reasons. During their instep, we could go... Oh, gosh. We have so many options. Or even now, I could go search for a Badger Mole. Use 3 green, have 2 colorless left over. No, that wouldn't do it. I would need more green. Okay, that doesn't really work. Huh. Well, I guess we attack with the Dwynen's Elite, or Dwynen Gilfleet Dane, and see what happens. I mean, we get a point of life back at the very least. Okay, I'm just going to sit tight here. See what the opponent does. They're going to know where to run. I'm assuming targeting a Badger Mole. If we believe that is the case, then what I would like to do here is spin the mana, use this to fight this, and we'll pay the extra. Alright, now the Badger Mole Cup can go away. Oh no, they didn't even want to do that. They're like, nah, we gotta hit this other thing. Okay, fair enough. I guess us making more creatures might have been bad for them. I don't know. Also, we got a larger creature, so the Skullspore Nexus is cheaper. Yep, you can have all the little skellies you want, opponent. You can have all the skellies you want. I'm going to go here. And attack. Actually, I just noticed something that's funny. We could lose the land to still get a replacement one and get the land back. So that's kind of amusing. And if they sweep the board, we get the combined power into a creature. So I don't hate that. Yeah, sure. You get it. All right. Not really what we were looking for, but it'll get the job done. Go ahead and attack. This is just, I guess, skeletons versus elves. Just some old school magic happening here. All right, United Battlefront. You got it. Funny thing is, Yeah, I'd probably still double block. It means we still can't cast Voja anyway, so it's fine. I mean, they could also get Seam Rips. I mean, I guess that just removes Badger Mole Cub, so it's not the biggest problem in the world. Oh, wait. Oh, no, because they're going to gain life here from this attack. I was just thinking if I use the Skullspore Nexus, but it's not going to be quite enough. All right. What you want to do? Yeah, I was going to say, you might as well attack with both of them. That's silly if you don't. Yeah, no blocks. Okay, well, we'll take 2. A little late to the party here, but it still does kind of what we want to do. All right, pass the turn. This costs what? 2 to activate? Excellent. We can make our land into a lethal blocker. I mean, they can just kill Voja because they already have out the Nowhere to Run. But that still leaves us with 3 other blockers, so relevant. Huh. Plus X, or X greatest power. Double target creature's power to on their turn, not power and toughness. Alright. Replace that with a 1/1 that dies, which is funny. Because it has negative power toughness, which is amusing. I guess they have another kill spell here. If they do, they win, right? Well, no, because I can still block 2 things. Huh. We'll see. So I guess I could have... Oh, that's tough. Yeah, you just take Voja at that point, right? No, you're taking that guy. Alright, might as well put that here then. Interesting choice. I can still block 2 of these though, right? So I go to 1 and I get my stuff back? This has to be a trap. I don't understand what just happened. Put it on Elf again, I guess. I mean, opponent is at a lot of life here. So there is that. And we only have +2 right now, elf-wise. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Is this pump everything? Yeah. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So if I get an elf that costs 2 or... Oh, I was going to say 2 or less. 3 or less, I guess, actually. Now we can attack for max and win? Well, we have another elf as a blocker, so that's fine. They also took a point during theirs. Okay, so not quite enough. All right, we're still at 1. I mean, they can go tutor for another removal spell here, though, right? And just take Voja? Ah, Battlefront. That might get it, too. They get you a hasty skeleton, but that doesn't do it. Yeah, we just block here, block here. All right. Good thing, too, I did some bad math there, but it turns out the Skullspore Nexus actually helped on 2 different occasions, so love that. Let us get a thing killed, got us a creature back, and that creature contributed to the opponent's life total almost going away. So, a little bit weird because we got stuck with Voja in hand for a while, but it worked out, I guess. Okay, on the draw, this is going to take a little more work. Cecil, yeah, don't love seeing that to start with. Probably we'll just play Overgrown Zealot first. and then use that as a chance to assess things. Also, a lot of people are playing stabs now, so I'm not sure I want to play Badger Mole Cub anyway. And I tend to like trying to go for some mana creature first, then Badger Mole. So if they wait for you to resolve the Badger Mole to kill it, then you can still get 2 extra mana. See what happens there. But we'll see how this goes. No block. Also just realized I have no elves in hand here. So this looks like a Planeswalker's incoming. How did we know? Okay, so here I would like a 2 mana thing, because they're likely to just tap our Zealot here. Oh, nope. They are going to surveil and draw. Okay. Man, there's opportunities here. Do we want to Ouroboros? Actually, no. I know what we want to do. If we do this, then we'd have 2, 3 mana. We're going to waste a mana still, though. I guess it's still worth it. It's just unfortunate. So we go here. Tapping this. Playing this. Though I could have Ouroboros there. But I think this kind of pulls out a removal spell, either for Cub or Druid. Now, granted, they might, like, kill Cub, tap Druid, something like that. But then we'd still be able to Ouroboros, get an attack in, so that's fine. Though, we might just March of the Worldoos. Nope, they're going to get rid of our Archdruid as well. Okay, that's what I thought. So they killed one, tapped the other. That makes sense. All right, so we're going to get Ouroboros one way or another. Man, drew all the Shocklands too. This is not the spot to have these. All right. It's kind of all we can do. And we know they have Shoot the Sheriff. Yeah, so we don't really have a lot going on here. Yeah, I mean, we block because it's all we can do. And then they're going to look at some cards. And then we're just dead next turn, basically, right? Because I'm trying to think about what we could even draw here that matters greatly. And I don't think there's much. Yeah, another Zealot I don't think does it. We can't use this land. I mean, Zealot does block. All right, I guess we're not technically dead, but close to it. Okay, well, now we're dead. Because now they just tap a dude, attack. All right, cool, cool, cool. Let's keep it. Let's make a Llanowar Elf. Yeah, not sure this hand really does much after this, though, is the problem. They got a turn 2 elf. Under the circumstances, I think I want to just do this. If we're going to be in some type of creature fight, I'd rather have up like an Imperious Perfect, be able to fight something, or just go search. You know, might be a case where we just say, all right, we're just going to go get, I don't know, Ouroboros or whatever. Though, if they have an Ouroboros of their own here, we would be able to kill it with an Archdruid's Charm. Let's see it if you got it. Oh, Mossborn Hydra. Different problem. This is tough because I don't know if they can protect against a fight spell here. I'm going to play as though they can, and then see if we can come up with another solution here. So I think we put this on Elf. Play the Badger Mole. And maybe if we're lucky, we would be able to Archdruid's Charm. Oh no, this also needs green mana. I should have tapped differently, because I would need 4 to do what I wanted to do. Oh no, this also can make double green. So the idea would be to fight something and make a token. But let's go ahead and pass, because I'm only going to get 1 shot, really, I think, at stopping the Hydra. And because of all the pauses there, it feels like they have some type of protective spell. Probably a Snakeskin Veil. Okay, that's not terrible. That could have been a lot worse. Okay. So, let's go ahead and just make the token here. Do I want to search, though? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. I think we're just going to play March of the World Ooze and just say, hey, you've got to block stuff, right? Because we could tap 2, 4, 5, 6, and then attack for 18. That's not the best. Let me go ahead and do this. I was thinking I might search with this, but I didn't know what I even wanted to go get here. And even if I want to, we could still search and get Ouroboros, which would be mostly fine. Actually, if we search... Yeah, let's do that, actually, because we could search. Let's go get the Ouroboros. And just hope we don't die next turn to some silly shenanigans with the Hydra. Yeah, I think this is still what we want to do. Oh, wait. I already played a land and I don't have... Oh, that was 3. I did my math wrong. I was thinking I was going to have 1 left because I wanted to make an extra token and then March of the World Ooze next turn. But this might still be okay. Do I need that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess I don't need that. But yeah, let's do this. There's a world where they might double block and use the Snakeskin Veil, when we'd still put all the damage on the Hydra, though. Alright, here's hoping we don't die. Like, this is everything. The fact that they didn't put the +1/+1 counter on during the instep, though, means they may not have it. Okay, all they have is an Ouroboros. We're good. We're about to have the biggest team ever because of March of the World Ooze. Oh, and we got a random fight spell as a bonus. Because Ouroboros is going to be a 7. And then everybody else gets +7. Yep, that's going to do it. That's a lot. Ouroboros plus March of the World Ooze is kind of a silly little combo. Alright, cool. We'll take it. Ugh, mulligan. Keep it. Let's see what we can do. So many Storm Chasers talents these days. Usually just means we have to find a 2-mana thing, because your first mana creature usually dies. Not this time, though. Could get bounced, which would make sense. Yeah, just to slow it down. Works for me. Let's go ahead and play this tapped. Play a Llanowar Elf. Cool. Yeah, obviously not blocking here. Let's go Tyvar. See if you have a counter. They do. Okay. Not too upset about that, actually, because these are more important pieces, obviously. And if they're not playing anything, it just says they're just sitting on counters. So if we can find another mana... Ooh. Actually, I think we have to play this, just so if they have a counter, we could still resolve the Llanowar Elf. Because it feels like there's another one. If we had another green mana, I might have attempted this first. Yep. And then we play the other Llanowar Elf. Okay. Probably just going to take a bounce spell here, I'd imagine. No. I mean, I guess it could be another Quench or something, but... we probably have to test that theory. Pass the turn. They're going to search for another card? Nope. So that feels like they do have the mana. Or the counter, which is tough. So we're going to end up at probably just like 1 or 2 life here. Which is a real problem. Because blocking here is basically a trap. So we have to block with at least Llanowar Elf. I think that's the only real relevant act. Wait, nothing to go with? Alright, I'm going to remove one of these because you don't have that many lessons. Alright. Didn't think that was the case. So now I feel like it really is counters that are left in their hand. Because you could have bounced a creature to make our thing into a 1/1. Like, there was a bunch of different scenarios that could have went down there that didn't. Alright. I mean, not going to attack here, because, again, we're just at 5, so... them even flashing in to tap a thing and whatever, like, creates a lot of scenarios that are not good for us. What are we targeting? Which one's getting targeted here? This one? We would attempt to exile that. So they can spend their mana countering that. We would not care. I would be totally okay. We could still die here, too, if it's, like, bounce and some other spells, like, maybe. Okay. We got away with one. Eddie Murkrab. Yeah, sure. I would tap my mana creatures. Yep, that makes sense. Now the question is, can we find another mana creature here? We cannot. But, you know what? I'm going to gamble, go to 3. If you have it, you got me. No attacks. Yeah, that costs 4 to tap, so or 3 more to tap. Now, if those are 2, like, ops or something else... Oh, wait. Why did it turn the whole ability off? Oh, weird. I don't think I've ever seen that interaction, but because the ability is tap up to 2, if you can't pay, the whole ability is actually countered. So they actually couldn't tap either guy. Wow. I mean, granted, I don't know if it mattered that much because I would just probably go down to 2 or 1. I'm blocking the other guy, and then I have my whole board on tap. But interesting nonetheless. One of those things that's just good to know. We'll keep it. One thing I've learned about playing these types of decks is your mulligans feel weird because, like, for instance, right now, I'm kind of just staring... Oh, that's dumb. Just staring at a bunch of mana. So unless we find one of our payoff cards... we kind of aren't doing anything, you know? We're just, like, staring at a bunch of mana. All right, does Llanowar Elf get to live against some type of Izzet pile here? For the moment, okay. So if they let the Llanowar Elf live, there's no way we get to have Archdruid live, right? So the question is, am I committing to the Zealot or the Archdruid? Basically. I'm going to go Zealot here. Oh, they don't have anything. Darn it. All right. They tend to have a lot of answers, so I was just like, nah, all right, we'll play the Zealot and see what happens. They didn't have it, though. Wow. Okay. So it was one that cost 2 instead of 1. That's what the issue was there. They might have multiples that cost that. That's something else we have to keep in mind, too. I am going to take 2 here, just because if we were to draw into Voya, if we have this, we can still get white out of it, which is important. All right, let's see if that does anything. This is obviously the Lessons deck. It's just how much removal did they draw? Or how much are they going to dig into? Also nice to have this in case Grand shows up. Whoa. We do not like... Oh, and they drew the... Oh, they got like the best case scenario there too. God, that sucks. That's so brutal. All right. Well, let's go ahead and do this. At least limit what they get to do. We could attack with one of these, and it'll look like we're shields down, and then if they come after Archdruid for just 2 at first, we'd be able to protect it. I don't know if we'd get that lucky, but you never know. Yeah, I guess we just pass here. Though they might try to target this to draw, and like, I don't know. Oh, they did do the thing. So we could force them just to use the extra mana here. Because now targeting this does nothing anyway, because they could just use that to pick it up. So, yeah, I guess so. Actually, like, you know what? You know what? I'm just going to use this. I'm going to go search with it, actually. Actually, I don't even have to. Let's just let this die here. Let's get the opponent to dedicate their mana. Because all of that looks suspicious with me pausing and trying to decide what to do and whatever. So they're probably rethinking their turn now. I mean, yeah, you kill an elf, you bounce your card, and, like, we're all good, right? Oh, no, they're just bouncing the elf and they're going to kill the other one? Yeah, okay, sure. That's... Alright. Not 100% sure what just happened, but I'm here for it. Then the other one dies. Makes sense. I mean, they might be able to kill us, too, right? If you just keep enough creatures out of the way. They might just get us. Put this... I guess we don't even have to put that on Wolf now. We just do this. Now we have to find creatures, right? We would love for our next 2 cards to be creature. Oh, they had that plus the way to pay for it? Gross. Alright, well, if your opponent just draws it, they draw it. What you gonna do? So, let's put this on... Actually, you know what? We can do this. Then we can turn this into a thing. Oh, I should have done this. Well, it doesn't matter, I guess. Should have done this first, though, so the planes would have been untapped. Alright, there's a Grand. Storm Chaser's talent. Kill our Llanowar Elf. Nope, just going to draw some more cards here, which makes sense. All right. Oh, no. We drew the one-ofs. Well, I guess we keep. All right. We are really, really, really hoping that they don't get rid of this Llanowar Elf. If so, we need to draw an untapped land. Yeah, they got their Badger Mole first. We found an untapped land, but I don't think we need that here. So let's go here, play our Badger Mole. I don't even know what we do here, because they probably play Ouroboros and just get out in front of us. Oh, Hydra. Wasn't expecting to see a Hydra there. No blocks. This is weird, but I feel like we have to try and kill the Hydra. Not the way we really want to go about business, but that potentially just kills us. Play this tapped and pass. No reason to try to get in there with a Llanowar Elf here. Shelter. Oh, yeah. Shelter's fine. Sure. And we get to turn. Oh, and then we. Oh, this is good. This is good. I forgot. I should have done that with that still on the stack. That was a mistake. I was thinking about getting it back and all the cool stuff we could do, and I didn't even think about the obvious thing. That was dumb. Either way, let's go and get rid of it now. Which still works for the most part for what we want to do here. Right? And then we still just tap 6. And just say, do you have another shelter? Which they very well might. Fortunately, we have an Archdruid's Charm. Alright, Ice Till Explorer. What are you going to do? Ooh, do we have enough to attack, pump? Oh my gosh, we have so many options here, actually. Yep, not even mad at that. Oh, we have double charm. Okay, love that. Let's go ahead and do some things. Let's exile this. And I need to leave 3 green available, so either of these. Yeah, I'll attack. You know what? Yeah, let's attack. Let's attack. All right, end the turn. Mostly because we need to have so many things we have to contend with here. All right, another shelter gone. That's good. The third Ba Sing Se. All right. Are we supposed to just fight Ice Till Explorer here? Know what? No, we're not. We're going to go search. Ooh, we almost clicked the wrong thing. And this is just, if you have it, you have it, right? If you got something, you're just going to have to show us, I guess. Here we go. It's like, get lost or something, and then good luck. You got me. If it's not, we're attacking for billions. Oh, what is this? Probably like exile target attacking creature or something. Nope. All right, they get to mill a bunch of cards here. Probably some weird sweeper or something here. Nope, they're just saying GG's. Okay, cool. Ooh, okay, this isn't bad enough to throw back, unfortunately, so we have to keep it. There's sometimes you just kind of go like, I kind of want something more explosive, but there's other times where it's just play your creatures, do your thing. Don't overthink it. Don't make it more difficult on yourself than you need to. Okay. They're going to go get a swamp. Okay. Not sure what this is going to look like. I don't mind having Heritage Reclamation here, though, because we can target things in graveyard. We can get rid of, like, rooms if they play them. That's annoying. Okay, since I have 2 of them, I'll go ahead and play one. This looks like it's going to be one of those decks that bounces their stuff to replay things. So if we can get to a situation where Imperious Perfect lives, we can start making extra blockers. Or extra things we can just sacrifice, I guess. But it looks like since they don't have land, they have a lot of removal. So yeah, exactly. That's what I expected was going to be the case. Bossing Say, you're untapped, and that's important because if they go to bounce a thing, we can't get rid of it. But I assume their hand is just more removal here. Again, if you don't have lands, why did you keep it? It's because you have a bunch of stuff. Oh, nope, we would like to get rid of that. Much as I would like a card. The situation being what it is very important for us right now. I would not be able to Bossing Say and still make a creature. So let's not do that. Let's pass. I guess I could have let them, though, go ahead and get a thing. Bounce it, because by then we could have made the extra 1/1 and it wouldn't have been the worst thing ever. Alright, opponent. What you got going on over there? Kind of surprised white mana showed up. But I guess they're probably also playing Pixie to bounce a thing, so that would make sense. So, this for non-token creature, right? Goes to the graveyard. I don't know if we can get away with this. I think, let's try it. There's a chance this fails. Good chance it fails. Oh, it didn't, though. That's surprising. I'm going to attack with just this little 2/2 Knucklehead. Okay, I thought maybe they were going to flash something in there or whatever, so... Oh, it's Consult Star Charts. Got it. At least this way now, if creatures die, we can turn them into tokens and do something with them. Alright, so Pixie comes down. They pick up a thing. It's probably going to target the Imperious Perfect, and then we get a 2/2 token. Oh, we don't get a 2/2 token because they give it minus, so that doesn't work. If we just had to sacrifice it outright, we would have. But now we're just going to do this and see what we can do. Because now every creature is relevant, right? It's either going to be a 6/6 body or a token. Or a combination thereof. Momentum break. So yeah, I don't need that much mana anymore. So we're just going to turn it into another 6/6. We're going to go full mana. Oh, why did I let that come into play tap? That was dumb. Should have just taken the 2. Because then I could have left up Heritage Reclamation. But either way. Take some damage. I mean, this is wild considering how many of my first 3-4 creatures I got rid of. This is a trusty little combo here, too. I like what we got going on. This is such a silly, silly situation. Like, there's some cool stuff you can do in Standard right now. Cosmic Grand Zenith, alright. That does make blockers. I mean, that's not nothing. I mean, they're all chump blocking, but whatever. I mean, they're doing a thing. So I guess here we just turn a different land into 2/2 and then attack as opposed to making a 4/4. Yeah, alright. I mean, like, why not? I mean, you got to block. Like, it's not worth it to not block here. Yep. Enter tapped. And we get another 6/6. This is sick. Like, every time a creature dies, it's just like, all right, turn it into another body. And it happens to be a 6/6. Opponent's still at 4, though. I mean, they're holding their own. Make a sacrifice another thing. And most of their stuff is like play 2 spells type situations, right? You consult, you bounce, you whatever. So they'll be able to keep making bodies for a bit here, which is absolutely relevant. Don't need to play this. Let's just attack. Do what you want to do here. Interesting, and they're risking not blocking with the Cosmic Grand Zenith because I have mana open. That's not a bad... Wait. Oh, wait. Wait. We'll try? Okay, they're just going to gain the life. Fair enough. I was like, wait a minute. That's just going to work? I should have just left mana open to kill a thing here, but it's whatever. Yeah, sure. We'll get us another 6/6. Yep, Tithing Blade, sure. So like I said, we're going to be doing this for a minute against this opponent. I'm assuming they'll bounce it, replay one of them. Yep, makes sense. Which is why I was saying I should have just left the mana up for the Heritage Reclamation. I knew better, though. That's my own fault. And it's not helping that we're not drawing much else here, either. So that's tough. I'm going to go ahead and take 2 here. Just in case the opportunity comes up that we can activate our land, we should. Probably could have done that earlier when they were blocking, and then, but it's whatever. Sure. Opponent's at 1. This has been strong, really, like fighting against this. All right, let's try to get rid of it. Sure. That's definitely a thing that happens. You got it. Manifest. Ooh, we get to manifest a Tyvar? Sick. Oh, and when we flip Tyvar up, he's going to be a 6? Oh, this is going to be grandiose. Oh, man, this is so wild. And the opponent left mana up for something. We don't even know what something is yet. Oh, this is fun. All right, let's turn face up. Have a big old 6/6. Then we attack. Pumping Tyvar almost doesn't matter here, so I'm just going to do this. So I can have a way to regenerate it if I want to. Because anything that gets through, they die. And I don't really care if our creatures die, necessarily. Because they just come back as more creatures. This is the wildest scenario I could have imagined playing in. And this is a tough deck, too. But I think for the opponent is that we just keep using Bossing Say. We're turning lands into other creatures. Our creatures are huge, so they don't get any value blocking with the tokens. And they're just in a cycle of, like, every turn has to be a thing, right? You have to keep finding stuff. All right, here comes another 6/6. Yeah, this is just brutal for the opponent. It's just like thing after thing after thing. And now you're going to be in a situation where everything's blocking again. Ooh, question here is, do I get rid of Imperious Perfect? Or do I use Imperious Perfect to make another body next turn? I think I just get rid of the 6/6 here. One of the tapped ones. Because now, once we start making more bodies, they can't ever get ahead. That just becomes like a permanent problem for them. All right, we go attacking. 1, 2, 3. I mean, obviously, we're just chumping across the board here, right? I will pump this. Just to make sure we kill that off. Minimize their blockers. At some point, they're going to have to just draw land. And then it's just going to be the end of the game, right? All right, end the turn. Now, even if they make 2 blockers... Okay, there's a Kieran, so here comes 3 blockers. But we're going to have 5 attackers at least, right? 6 attackers, actually. Yeah, so we're just going to make a token here. Oh, what's funny is the token's a 7/7 because it gets a bonus. Yeah, opponent's saying now it's GG's. Yeah, I don't know if we're going to get to do anything cooler than that. Like, this was a grind. Like, look at the opponent's yard here. Like, and look at how many things we had to sacrifice to stay in this game, right? So sick, because they used some combination of their artifacts and enchantments multiple times. And this started out with them going, destroy, 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 get rid of the thing. Imperious Perfect lived for like a turn, then it died. Elf died, and then we started just going off with our artifacts and enchantments. That was cool. All right, so I gotta say, those are some of the sweeter interactions we've had in a Magic deck in a while. Like, this package of things here is pretty sweet. Now, I don't know how badly we need Dwynen. I kind of wanted it in case, you know, we could tutor for it if we were light on life or needed to emergency block something with flying. So I think it still functionally is okay, but realistically, we probably just want another Ouroboros or another Voya just to make sure we can hit it more often. And that would probably make more sense. The only thing this deck really struggles with is the fact that we don't have the green-white Shockland, which would be very good. And we don't really get benefited from playing, you know, this Verge all that much. It's sort of just filling a spot. But if we had those, it would make casting Voya even easier. But yeah, now I will say this. For all the fun it was doing, I was only 2 games over 50%. So I did experiment with a lot of versions, so there's no telling. Maybe this final version skews the numbers to a more positive. But I will say that you're not going to go on a crazy tear on the ladder. This is just good fun, good long-term game stuff you could do with elves. I would experiment it with in the play queue first. If you're doing good with it, you want to go with it, then hop over to the ladder with it. But this was a lot of fun for playing elves. It was like old school Magic, but doing some big things, and I really appreciate that. But yeah, link will be over on Moxfield like usual. Download it, try it for yourself. Otherwise, that's all I have you for now. We'll see you next time.